Howdy, folks. It is getting on to the evening. I think it's almost 6 o'clock. It might be 6 o'clock. And I was getting a little restless at home. Felt like I needed to get up and do something. I didn't want to go anywhere and do something. So figured I'd just walk out into the backyard, head out to the pond back here. We'll see how it's doing. I've been clearing land over here. It looks like it's a lot more clear than it previously was. Y'all have no reference for that, but it looks different for me. But this pond, it's got some sunfish, it's got some largemouth. I figure it's worth coming out here, throwing a few lures for a little bit, and see what we can make happen. All right, so I brought 2 rods with me today. Got my green medium action rod. It's only a 5.6, so it's not very long, kind of good for being around these trees. I think it's got a 25 or 30, I'm pretty sure it's closer to a 30-pound braid on it, with a little bass jig. I'm not gonna use that right now. I'm gonna start with my little dock runner, little 1/8-ounce rooster tail. Let's see how the sunfish are doing in here. Water is really low, which means I'm either going to catch a lot of snags or catch a lot of fish. We'll see which one it turns out to be. Whoop. Well, there's a fish to start with, and it is not a sunfish. Well, okay, I'll take that to start. Thank goodness my drag was fairly loose. He went for a run. Oh yeah, that's a good one. I gotta get him up. Yep, through here. 4-pound line. Getting tangled in the plants. That's why I've got the heavy braid on the other one for these plants. But, ooh, damn, we managed it. Come here, you. It's pretty good. It's damn near a 3-pounder, I bet. It's a healthier fish than I expected to come out of here. I'm being completely honest. Especially the first cast right up against the shore, but yeah, I'll take that. I think he's starting to get a little stunted. You can tell he was growing for a good while, but now his head's getting really big, but his body's still kind of short. But he's not overly skinny. So it could be a byproduct. He may still be left over from years ago. Whoop. When this pond was almost fished out. We had a neighbor through the woods over there, and he would come up here and run yo-yos and bring out his little paddle boat. And he basically cleaned this thing out within a year almost. But before that, it was filled with a bunch of tiny stunted bass. So he did us a little bit of a favor, honestly. But it was still a dick move because it's not his pond and he wasn't allowed to be here. Well, I think that big bass kind of spooked everything in this general area. So let's move down over here. I'm surprised how low this water is. We got a lot of rain last week. I thought it would have been a bit higher. Let's see what's down in this area. Look, another bass. Look, there it goes. I was pulling on him pretty hard because he was right in the thick of those weeds. I was trying to keep his head up, and I guess I just pulled it right out of his mouth. I don't know where the dang sunfish are. Maybe they're over there. Is that where you are, sunfish? I'm specifically wanting to catch smaller fish here. Oop. Well, there's a tree. Come on. It might be close enough. Maybe I can bend it all the way over here to where I can reach it. If not, I did bring an extra lure. Can I pull you? Nope. Well, different angles all it takes sometimes. And since I'm over here, get a little bit better angle on this area. Nope. Another bass. Whoop. He pulled out again. Well, I don't know where all these sunfish went, but there's apparently plenty of bass looking for rooster tails. I don't know if I should switch out to my actual bass jig or not. Well, that's about it for this immediate area. I feel like I probably already hooked all the bass that were here, but got the lure, may as well throw it around. I might try that corner over there on my way around. There's another section of pond on the other side. You just, all these lilies in the middle, I'm pretty sure it's kind of shallow through them, especially with the water being low. But it's also about the only place these bass could get out of the sun. This doesn't cast nearly as far as I'd like. Last time I was here, a straight craw was really firing them up. I got it on a jig head this time, and I'm not sure how they'll feel about that. But it's kind of weedless. I got this braid on, so it actually does fairly well around these lilies. Let's see if I can just whip it all the way over. Yeah, right towards the edge of them. I don't want to get too thick in it, because it can still get caught up, but right at the edge. Yep. Something just bit at it. There we go. Right on the edge. Oh, he came off. I got my pincer still. Alright, at least I'll know it'll work. There we go. There we go. Ah, came off again. They're fired up for it. Yep, they ripped it off. Heck, nabbit. It's alright. Brought some extras. Got one left. That exact one that I was using. I got a whole fresh package of another set, and they're slightly bigger. I'm gonna bite the tail off on that one. Let's see. Put that in my pocket. On that side facing up. This guy hooked on this little weed guard. There we go, get him started. Stay in there, pop it out, up it goes. I'm not super experienced with doing this. It's a type of fishing that I don't particularly like doing, just because it's fairly slow. But it worked so damn well last time I was here, I figured, hey, I gotta do it again. There we go, right on the edge. One thing I've noticed is that the two bites I've had so far I've landed it on the lilies and kind of dragged it back to the edge, and as it sank off of them, the hell was that? Hey, the hell were you? Well, it was something. Been on for a second, but didn't hold on. Interesting. Anyway, if I land it like when it splashes down, nothing seems to care for the most part. But when I land it on the lilies and kind of drag it back, maybe because it's got a softer entrance into the water. Not quite what I wanted. Trying to land it in that kind of thin patch over there, but I got those branches in the way. Makes it a little difficult. Felt like something. Not having the best time getting a hook in a fish. They'll grab it. Oop. Well, as I said that, and I was bringing it back in, he's caught up down there. And he's off. Well, it's better than not fishing. He actually bit it while I was swimming it real fast back in. Just trying to get it back to recast again, and he came and slammed it. There we go. That's kind of what I wanted, minus the slight tree branch there, but I'm sure it'll work itself out, either if I get a fish on it or if I pop it up over it. I think I'm gonna have to pop it over. Yeah, they're pretty weedless, these jigs. That's not bad. Oh, I got a fish on. I thought it was snagged up in the reeds. And he's off. Why can't I keep a fish on this damn thing? Well, that's not going to do us any good. Guess I got to put a new one on. So going through my pocket, and I guess I didn't grab my extra crawdad lures, but I did grab these worms. So I kind of stupid rigged that on there. Maybe that'll work. I'm not sure. Crawdad's got a lot of the little wriggly pinchers on it that fish seem to like, but I don't know. I may have to go back to the car, find my crawdad lures. I'll give this a shot for a little bit, but if we don't get a bite, you know, I'm gonna go over there when I'm right on the weed line. But if we don't get a bite, I guess I'll go find the crawdad lures. Alright, back over to here, a little bit closer to that line there, the lily pad line. Well, still got a bite, so I guess the worm will work. Am I finally gonna get to land a fish on this jig? Finally. Ugh, I've lost every dang one that's hooked onto here until now. Probably like 5 of them. Ugh. There we go. Smaller guy, nowhere near as good as our first fish. We probably won't top that one, but this is what I kind of expected to find and catch today. So thanks, little buddy. All right, well, guess our worm thing's gonna work, so we'll keep using it. Let's see if I can get around under this tree right here. This will probably be a good spot. Whoop. I jumped it off of there, and the fish grabbed it right there. He was smaller, and he immediately dropped it. But well, I guess our worm's not so bad. There we go. Little fish. Oop, and there it goes. What is with this thing that it just does not stay hooked? I mean, plenty sharp. Maybe the weed guard's getting in the way. Or if I can cut that off some. Sure can. Alright, much smaller weed guard. Hopefully that doesn't screw me over too much. Hopefully that'll be enough to get a good hook into those fish. I'm going to go around to the other side of the pond now. Well, I was walking my way over, and just right here in the corner I can kind of get in right here, push through these plants, and there's a little bit of room for me to stand. Ooh, that is a big thorn bush. Do not want that. Okay. This was not a good idea. I was wanting to throw around right through there, but too many big thorns. Let's not. Instead, we'll come over here. Where's this come from? Doesn't look like a beaver, did it? I don't see where it fell from. Whatever. See if there's any room on our little split right here. I can kind of get in right there. Maybe over there. Oh boy, a lot more overgrown with the lilies on this side than I remember, but I can come down on this side. Ow, thorns. Okay, well, you know, this ought to be fairly all right. This side of the pond's deeper. That side's pretty shallow. Apparently there were a lot of fish running around through it, but this one being deeper. And all these lilies, from right here I can really get around through the edge of the lilies too. Maybe we'll have some good luck. I don't want to throw the rooster tail. There's really nowhere, maybe over in that corner, that's particularly clear enough that I'd want to throw the rooster tail around. Whoa! Came and he bit that as I was trying to pull it out of the water. He made me a nice little hole to sink right back down into. Dang. That was a good fish. Big bite. They're gonna be right up in these lilies. Oop, something just grabbed it. There we go. This one's not particularly big. Oh, come on, get yourself out of there. This is why people like to fish with real heavy braid and real heavy rods. Oh, he's still on there. There we go. You just gotta get him up. Bring it on over. Ugh. Again, not a monster, but puts up a nice fight when you gotta get through all this junk. Another nicely sized fish that I expected to catch. Back in you go. All right, well, I'm glad just putting the dinky little stickworm on here is effective. I'm glad I brought the braid. I wish I had brought a slightly stouter rod though. Little access point right here. Nice little clear area I can throw the rooster tail around in. Still some lilies to contend with, but see what we can make work. Throw the lure out that way, then slip it back under the tree for a nice retrieve. Oop, there's a fish. There's finally a nice sunfish, decent little bluegill. Come on, you got all three of them? Yeah. No, the third one's in there, but it's not stabbed with it, which will be helpful. Just gotta pick one to work out. There, then you can get the last one easy peasy. But nice colors on the bluegill, not super huge, but he's colored up well. But at least I finally found a damn sunfish. Although I suppose, if you want to be real technical, largemouth bass are sunfish. Well, I thought this would go a lot better with catching bluegills. But it has gone way better than I expected with catching bass. So, I mean, take what you can get, I suppose. Not quite what I had in mind, but I ain't unhappy. Wonder if I can get any casts over here. I don't think so. I bet I sink right into this mud. Well, a little sturdy. Okay. It's a little sturdy. It's be a difficult cast. I have to shoot it kind of straight out from here. Kind of like that. Let go a little early. I don't think I'm getting that back. It's through a lot of branches and all the way out into the front. Yeah, it's tied itself on. Alright, well, sunfish wasn't going well anyway. Back to bass fishing. Oh. Not sure that's going to be a great cast. It's going to be mostly dragging it back through the weeds here. Or we can get a sweet topwater bite on a frickin' jig. Just tangle up all in this freaking tree. Topwater bite's cool, I do love them, but man, they'd be hard to get out of here. And he missed. Like, come on. Don't tease me like that. Doesn't make me want to do it again, though. Whoop. Well, that felt like a sunfish. Just grabbed onto the end real quick. Ripped up my lure. It's alright, we'll just get a little bit more hook in there. It doesn't have to be super perfect. It's not ideal to start with. If it gets too bad, we can just bite some of it off and rehook completely. I'll get right in that little pocket. That's pretty good. I hope to get a little bit further, but I'll take it. There we go. There we go. Feels a little bit better. Yeah, it's about the same. Come on, stay up top. Stay up, stay up. There we go. Hell, he's not even about the same. He's a little bit smaller than everything. But I hooked him good, so I guess cutting that off, I damn near tore that off, but I guess cutting off my weed guard did it. Thanks, pal. Alright. This thing got pretty beat up. I'm just gonna rip it off right there. Stick that in my pocket. I should be able to just still hook it on just a bit. This weed guard is still obnoxious. Just going a little bit because I want it to kind of hang out the back a good ways. I don't want it too short, so there's still a good amount there to kind of flick around. Glasses are fogging up on me. It's not that bright out here anyway, I guess. Alright. Camera battery's getting low, so I'm gonna move down to my very last spot over here. Fish it a little bit while I can. It's not particularly deep, but it's this nice little run through here, and I can usually pull a fish out of here. It's a little deeper than I thought, maybe. There we go. Alright, another one about this size. It's good that we're seeing a variety of sizes in here. Come on, come out of there. Dang, that is really in there good. That barb don't want to play around. I don't want to pull on them super roughly. God dang. Alright, barb. You need to get bent. Hopefully that helps. Does not help a lot. There we go. God dang. But yeah, that one's a pretty little dinky one. But like I said, it's good that we're seeing a variety of sizes. We got a 3-pounder, a couple 1-pounders, a couple little bitty guys. I mean, various sizes is good. Let you know the pond's kind of healthy. Things are working out all right. That's a good spot. There's a fish there. There is. Yeah, I got him. Whoop. That one's a little bigger. There we go. Come on. Come off of the lilies there. Oof. Oh, sorry, pal. Let me be a little gentler with you. What did you do here? He missed. He got this thing all up his gill plate. How did you do that? That's why you felt so much bigger. Okay. There we go. Luckily I just bent that barb down. But, alright. Doesn't look like I hurt him too bad there. That was a weird little hooking, buddy. But thank you. There you go. Alright, this spot's done. Wasn't very big, but a couple fish in it. How much battery do I got left? 7%. Well, I think that'll do it then. I'm, caught some nice fish. Only one sunfish, which I kind of came here mostly to do. But, first cast, best bass, so I'll take that. Little backyard pond shaping up pretty nicely these days. Hopefully, the fish get bigger and I can keep catching them. So until then, until then, catch y'all next time.